What's going on, guys, and welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where every single week I, Graham Giuseppe Matthews, break down all the original content I watch on the WWE Network. And the first week of 2019 has featured a slew of new content for Network and Chill. On Tuesday, I uploaded my reviews of Xavier's Arcade Challenge, and what was the other network special? I forgot what the fuck it was. Yesterday, I broke down and reviewed the Kitchen SmackDown special, as well as Botch Club. What was the first one? Oh yeah, Fashion Files Cold Case Unit. So my reviews of that went up on Tuesday. My reviews of Botch Club and Kitchen SmackDown went up yesterday, Friday, whatever. And today I'm talking the Edge and Christian Show, the latest episode, Season 2, Episode 5, I believe, entitled Kayfabe, which aired after Raw on New Year's Eve this past week. Another very entertaining episode that has gotten people talking. Also for the appearance of Mean Gene Okerlund, who ended up passing away a few days later at the age of 76. So my thoughts and condolences are with the family of Mean Gene. Obviously a legend in the business. He will be missed. But yeah, he does make a cameo on this show as part of the interviews when he's being interviewed about fucking kayfabe, who Edge and Christian personify as a woman, so which was great. If you don't know what kayfabe is, like a casual fan, I was watching this with Alexis. She didn't really get it. I had to explain it to her, but obviously for insiders of the business, for people who know the lingo, this was an amazing episode. They kick off the show with the return of Will WWE Talk About It, and they focus on CM Punk. And the funny thing about this, and I think they've actually mentioned CM Punk on this segment before a few years ago, they actually took a shot at Punk. They're like, will WWE talk about CM Punk's UFC debut? And they're like, well, if it ever happens, we will, which was kind of fucking funny. But they didn't mention CM Punk here, but the running gag was that they couldn't say Punk. They tried to, they got blurted out, they got censored out. So clearly, WWE still has some hard feelings over Punk being gone, even though it's been 4 or 5 years. Get the fuck over it. Or maybe just Edge and Christian came up with that, and they're just trying to make a joke. I thought it was funny, a little unnecessary, but these are the reasons why CM Punk won't come back. They're not exactly making fun of him. They're just kind of making fun of the fact that they won't be able to say his name on TV, but I thought it was comical. And then the big story on this episode was how ENC, Edge, and Christian investigate kayfabe. Like, what's going on with kayfabe? Who's kayfabe? It's obviously a woman that's been involved in all these storylines and all these breaking of the fourth wall moments, including the CM Punk pipe bomb and the curtain call and this picture being taken and that picture being taken. They interview pretty much everyone in the roster and their mother. I thought it was great. They end the episode with Edge and Christian interrogating McFoley, which I thought was also entertaining. But the other elements and the other, segments and bits and skits from this episode included the WWE Wrestling Hotline with Michael Cole and The Miz, where I guess a wrestler you can call a wrestler and they'll tell you if they're being pushed or not, or if they're on their way out, like The Miz. And The Miz is like, holy shit, like what? I'm on my way out. I'm about to be fired, blah, blah, blah. So that was entertaining. We had the return of the Chump Stain Challenge. So far, we're tied 2-2, with Edge and Christian both being tied 2 apiece. And so this edition covered the couple smashing. It was a game called Couple Smashing, where they would show a face where it was a couple in WWE that was like mishmashed together with their faces, and you would have to guess who it was. It was so fucking easy. I get every single one right. Maybe maybe they just don't pay attention to the business, or they don't know these people. Like, for example, they had Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan. I think Christian got it wrong, which was like, how the fuck do you get that wrong? It was so obvious. And they've been together now. It's not a new couple. They've been together for years. So I don't know how he messed that one up. I think he did. Then Edge got like Jimmy Uso and Naomi. And he got Naomi and Jimmy Uso. But he said the wrong Uso. He had to specify which Uso. He said Jey Uso. So he got that one wrong. There was another one they got wrong. Triple H and Stephanie was on there. That was pretty easy. I'm not exactly sure why Matt Hardy and Rebby Sky were on there. Rebby Hardy. That was weird. I mean, they're a wrestling couple technically, but they're not like a WWE couple. Like, most people wouldn't even know who Rebby Hardy is. Obviously, Edge and Christian do because they're good friends with Matt, but I thought that was weird. So Edge won the round. I don't know why this was so difficult for them. And then we had a spoof of the Jericho Cruise and the WCW Rager Cruise from a couple years ago, whatever the fuck that was called the Edge and Christian Cruise. And it was a commercial being hosted by Drake Maverick, where he kept bringing up the clubs and the Bullet Clubs and the fucking Club and the Balor Club and the blah, blah, blah. I thought it was funny. They basically poked fun at the Jericho Cruise, which was a massive smashing success, by the way, because he's doing a second one soon. But yeah, they did an Edge and Christian Cruise commercial, kind of poking fun at the Jericho Cruise, which they did mention here. Then they did a spoof of Total Divas called Total Brogas or something like that. Total Digos or Dogas or whatever the fuck it was called. And the whole theme was about Edge and his broga, which is yoga for guys, broga. And all the guys on the show, it featured Edge, Christian, the Breezango Boys, Tommy Dream? No, not Tommy Dreamer. It was those guys and a few other people. And then they got invited to do it at WrestleMania or like on the Raw after WrestleMania or something like that. And Edge stole Christian's thunder by stealing his idea. And it was this whole fucking skit. And it was funny. I thought everyone played their roles well. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I thought it was funny. And then they also did, before they did the whole Edge and Christian interview with Mick Foley, they did the Hit My Music segment, where they play wrestling theme songs and they have to dance to them. So they dance to Bobby Roode's theme song, Shinsuke Nakamura, Honky Tonk Man, so on and so forth. So another very entertaining episode of the Edge and Christian show. Check it out on the WWE Network at your leisure under the original section on the network. We'll be back next week with another new episode review of Edge and Christian show, I believe, unless they don't air a new episode, which I'm pretty sure they will. In addition to that, the Total Bella show's review, those reviews of Total Bellas will be back next week. The show returns next Sunday. So those reviews will be back starting next Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday. So stay tuned for that as well. Beyond that, guys, have a great rest of your week. I'm Graham Giason Matthews. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. And I'll catch your ass down the road.